first set that we put on, there's been times where I would tighten that one real tight right out of the gate. And it would make my hide, it would pull it a little bit crooked. So I started to do it like this, where I would get it all laced up and then worry about tightening it, because I could pull it way more evenly than I could if I had them all, the first batch already done. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to where I have it tied here, so you can see where that is. And I'm going to leave that for now, and I'm going to pull and tighten it. I'm going to come follow that one, follow that string, pull it tight, and I'm going to tighten that one. So you see how I did that? I pulled it tight. Now I got to follow it again, and notice I'm still pulling on it. I'll pull it like that, and I'm going to pull it again. So you see how by pulling the string, I'm tightening and making the hide on top and pulling it tight. And I want to try to do that as evenly as possible. Hope that our lace doesn't break at any point. That would not be good. So you see how much slack I'm getting from just going around and pulling it. I'm not going crazy. Now there's such a thing as you can tighten it too tight and have this hide on top too tight, and it's just really sounds tinny. It's too high. And that happens too. Like I said, I've had that happen, and that drum didn't sound good, you know, and I had to get it get it wet again, and loosen it up a little bit, you know, and it's just a process of trial and error. Okay, so now I'm all the way to this last side of this one. Okay, so you saw how I did that. I got these ones underneath. I've got them pretty tight. Of course, I'm sure I can make them tighter, but like I said, I don't want to get too crazy. And make it so that they're so tight that it's just really ting, 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 you know, the drum will sound like that. You see how I'm going to take it and kind of tie it on itself like this by going like that. See how I did that? And I kind of made a knot, and that's going to hold it in place for me for now. So there's that batch, okay? Now I'm going to switch over to the top one, the top set. And you know, what's what's interesting about this is where these guys are, I can take scissors and go and snip them where they're really sticking out, and it makes it into a nice little pucker like that I can cut it just like that, and it'll make that hide go like this, right. And like I said, this frame is just a little bit smaller than the other one was, and it just happened that way, I guess. But now I'm gonna find, I've got this. Take a look at this and figure out where my tie is, my first. Where I had the knot on it, and I can't see it. I don't know how to do it. Okay, so here's where I started, and it came undone. Remember, I had tied that little knot in there. I'm gonna go like this so I know where it is. Maybe pull it a little tighter. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull this beginning one, and I'm pulling it through. Pull it, tighten it a little bit. Hopefully you enjoy doing crafts or things like this. No, that's half of it. Half of it. And I think that it's the kind of stuff that I like to do. It's the kind of stuff that I can do and like to do instead of just watch TV all the time or whatever. I'll always be doing something. Okay, see? So now we'll keep going. And it's a hot day today, so this stuff is really getting dry fast. You need to move quickly when you do it. And it's amazing how strong this rawhide really is. Oh, there's that side's not tied to anything. Okay, so now we're back to the four, to the start of the four, and they're laced together like that. And this is how we've gotten it. How we got it done. Okay. I think what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to tie it so that it comes together on this side of it. Okay? So if you watch here, I'm wrapping this up. pulling it through. Like so. And I can feel that it's getting tight. It's drying out a little bit, getting tighter. I go back to where I have it tied like that. And I'm going to do the same thing with this. Bring it in. And I'm going to tie this in this time. And give it a little pass through. And see, I'm going to tie it into this. Tie a knot on this side, and all this extra is what we're going to use to make the handle, that cross piece handle that we're going to have. We'll make out of these extra sides here. All right, now let's see what we got going on the bottom. We got that side pretty good, and you notice that I may still go back in and give it a little bit more of a tighten. But all along, this hide is, not only is the hide itself, the drum head itself shrinking, but so is the lacing. So it's pulling it tighter as it dries out. And the drier it is, the better it sounds. Okay, so now I'm going to take and do the same thing that I did with that. I was just using that to hold it for now. And I'm going to take this one and see how I'm pulling it like that. I'm going to wrap it around like so. And I'm going to hold up and make a loop like that. See how I got that? Now, what I do is take the end and go through the loop. And it ties it into a knot like that. This guy. I'm going to take this guy off.
Private, may I help you?
Go to the thing like, see? And what it does is, this is retightening it. Making the loop.
$5 per guest. Each additional friend is $5, so $10 for you and one friend.
See that?
No, sir. You pay $10 for you and one friend. Each other friend will be $5 more.
All my friends get $5. Yay! My birthday, you know that, right? Yay! Cream! Yay!
Now you can see that I'm going to wrap this like that. Well, okay, so I'll go as far as it goes, and then I'm going to come back with this one the other way, from the other way. It's already been tied, so it should hold fine. And it's just, like I say, anything is practice. Mine lacing didn't look like this in the beginning, that's for sure. It was just by trying different things that I was able to get a good look to them and a good sound. Okay, so you see I've got that extra piece, and I'm gonna see how I did that. I got that piece looped in there. I'm gonna wrap it and just keep going with the wrap and add that one in there. Even though I'm rewrapping, it's okay. Okay, so you get the idea how this goes. I'm gonna go and maybe go quicker so I can get up here to these guys. And now I'm gonna take it and loop it through these too. See that? See there how I did it? And some people will make almost like a weave, a high weave with a lot of different rows using this excess lacing. Cool. Got that side done. Now I'll go back to the top one. Do the same thing. Now I'm gonna slide this like that. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling it tight. That. Just making these all tight. Just like that. Leave that guy right there. That's pretty tight. That's a good spot to be. Oops, knocking the camera all over, but now you see where I'm going. So I'm going back this way, lacing this in, like so. So you see that, how it looks. And now I got is this rawhide and wood frame. And it's funny because the first hand drums that I made, I had two frames that I bought, believe it or not. I don't know if the person knew what they had, but I bought them at a flea market, and they had those wooden frames in there. One was a octagon shape one, and one was